Whoa, what it do? It's your boy G. Dot Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So man, I just wanted to let a couple of people know, like, on the music shit, bro. Like, this been a journey for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody that know me, like people I used to go to school with, people from my city, they know, bro, I've been doing music ever since I was a kid, bro. Like, I was a young dude with it. But, back then I really didn't have a lot of money. I know a lot of people say they came from the bottom and they got it out the mud. It sounds cliche to hear people say that shit, but for me, it really was like that. Like, if you know people that I went to school with, people that know me growing up, they'll tell you, bro, when I was a young dude, I really didn't have money like that. I ain't even have no vehicle, none of that shit. Like, a lot of people I went to school with, they had jobs. Their parents helped them, got vehicles. They had cousins and people had support. I really ain't have a lot of support like that. So when I say I really got it out the mud, even though everybody say that I really got it out the mud, like I really did this shit on my own. But I've been doing music ever since I was young, man. It's like my first keyboard, I remember I got it for my birthday. I think I was about probably like 12 years old. And I had this small little keyboard and I used to play the shit out of it. And then like when I got to be like a teenager, say when I got maybe around about I think like 14, 15, I had like a little Casio keyboard, bigger keyboard, got it from Radio Shack. And they used to let me record and I used to make beats, bro, man. I done sold CDs, I done sold cassette tapes, you know what I'm saying? I used to be all in Natchez, Mississippi, rapping up at the radio station. We was all out there in Baton Rouge at the No Limit radio station. I done did shows, was all out in California in the studio. So, I had like 3 record deals. They was like some 360 bullshit, so I ain't signed none of this shit. I really don't see how people sign bad contracts. Because when I was a young dude, I wasn't like no rocket scientist. I wasn't the smartest motherfucker in the world. But, I read over that shit and I'm like, bro, I'm not signing this shit. So that's hard for a lot of people to believe. But if you go back on my old Facebook, I actually posted a few of the contracts that I had. I don't know if it's still up there or not. I don't know. I just scribbled the names out. But, I had 3 deals, but they was bullshit. But just to say, bro, I think my life then came full circle, bro, because it's like when I was young, I couldn't afford none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And back then, I was doing music and I didn't have nobody to mentor me. I didn't know about EQs and compressors and noise gates and all this shit. So as I got older and I started getting money, I started investing my money into, what I love. And like the more I started doing producing, the less and less I stopped rapping. Like a lot of people thought I had fell off when it came to the rap shit because I really wasn't putting out a lot of music. But man, I was going through so much like life shit, raising my son, paying bills and shit, going through family issues. But the whole time I was still doing music. I was studying, I was practicing, I was learning about EQs and learning about compressors. I was learning about noise gates and reverbs and attack and ratios and all this shit. So the whole time while people thought I fell off, I was just educating myself. Everything I thought I knew about music, I threw that shit out the window. You know what I'm saying? I wiped the chalkboard clean and I started all over. And all of those years, that's what I was doing. Plus I got into video, I got into photography, I got into like special effects. So a lot of those years, I was working on music behind the scenes. A lot of people just thought I fell off because I wasn't dropping nothing, you know what I'm saying? But this was my end result right here, man, building up my studio, and like the only thing I can say is I didn't learn so much, in a short period of time. I say over the last 3 years to 4 years, I have learned more over the last 3 to 4 years than I did my whole lifetime, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have nobody to teach me nothing but, being able to talk to anybody in the world, having the internet, being able to reach out to people, man, and able to get that knowledge, able to get that information. So I was really just studying. I spent more time studying, learning, what all this stuff do, like why use this type of compressor, why use this type of EQ over another compressor or another EQ, why use this type of microphone, what this one does different from that one, so I was basically just, studying and practicing. So I say, man, it went from me rapping, went from me playing keyboard as a kid, playing with drum machines as a kid, to rapping, selling CDs and cassette tapes, you know, to all the way back around to producing again and having the money to actually afford the type of equipment that I want. So, you know, I just say, man, everything came full circle for me. I feel like I'm just now getting started, even though I've been doing this ever since I was a kid, you know, but I feel like I'm just now getting started because I done learned so much now and being able to afford the type of equipment that I want to use, you know what I'm saying? So that's just for everybody who thought I fell off, for everybody thought it was over with. Nah, bro, I'm just not getting started, man. I was just studying, you know what I'm saying? Like practicing, seeing like what I need to buy, you know, what type of sounds I like, you know what I'm saying? What type of EQs and compressors I like, you know, and a lot of the stuff y'all been hearing from me is my old music. Like real shit. Like a lot of music I've been posting, that's stuff from like a couple of years ago. Back before I had this. Y'all ain't heard none of the new stuff really. Y'all hearing old stuff that I did on my old studio gear back when I had like the little small interfaces in the older computer. So I got some shit that I'm dropping because I feel in a good place now. You know what I'm saying? My son, he a little bit more older now. He can kind of look out for himself a little bit now. So, you know, they give me more time to be in here. I done learned a lot of different stuff now. You know, being able, like I say, just to afford the type of equipment I want now. So I feel like I'm just not getting started, bro. Like, you know, with rap, you know, you got a lot of older kids that rap, and ain't nothing wrong with it. If people still buying your music and they like your music, you know, do your thing. But as being like a musician or like being a music producer, it ain't no age on it. You can do this shit till you 70, till you 80, till you 90. I mean, if you can still press the goddamn buttons and make it sound good, you can do this forever. You know, so I just feel like rap was my starting point. You know, because rap what got me into music. And I feel like rap was the catapult to catapult me to this. You know, because it's like when I'm rapping, it's cool. But when I'm doing this when I feel at home right here. This when I feel like I'm in my zone. When I'm, you know what I'm saying, like messing with EQs and compressors, you know, playing keys on the keyboard, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I think I was really meant to be a producer all the time. Don't get me wrong, I still rap. And, you know, I done made money from rap. You know, over the years, I done made a good bit of money off of rapping, you know, no cap. But I just feel like music producing is my thing. I'm still going to, you know, rap and put like some projects out and stuff like that. But when it all boiled down to it, this right here is why it's it for me personally. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, for anybody who thought your boy fell off, nah, dog. I was just working behind the scenes and I got like some shit coming up. So, you know, as always, this your boy G. Taylor. God bless y'all. One.